Hello and welcome to another quick update. In this video I want to cover Apecoin. I had a lot of requests from my channel members, so there you go. I've been convinced to make a video about Apecoin because I do listen to the community, and you can't do much in terms of the Elliott Waves because you don't have a lot of chart history. We can make some assumptions, and my very clear assumption would be looking, and I don't even need to do a detailed wave count. I mean, I can see straight away we have a wave 1 here, we've got a wave 2 here, we've got another wave 1 here, another wave 2 here. That is another wave 1 and another wave 2, so you've got a lot of 1-2 setups, really bullish. But if I start counting just here 1, 2, I don't even need to count. I mean, you get it. You can construct this in a way that this here is an extended wave 5, and that means that we came down here in a A, B, C. That overall this here is another wave 1, and this here is a wave 2, just purely by how strong we are currently coming down here. So if we count it like that, and you can simply count it in a way where you had the low here, we had this as a wave 1, 2, this could have been a wave 3, 4, even though it came down a little bit too much, but it didn't cut in the price in the wave 1, and that this is the wave 5, so completing a larger degree wave 1. Disregarding the other ones, you've got waves within waves and everything, so you've got 1, 2, 1, 2, this is another 1, 2. So you've got 3 large 1, 2 setups here, which is bullish. But what you're doing now, you're coming down here in this A, B, C wave. Okay, so obviously we have a trend line down here, ascending trend line. You've got another trend line here that was broken. When you made a lower high here, this was a huge heads up that the sell-off is coming at the latest when the trend line was broken. Yeah, so I know a lot of people bought at the all-time high, but then again, that was the last heads up here, the lower high, and then, well, here the trend line breaking. And then typically you come down. If you make that like wave 1, you come down quite strongly. And that's good that I waited with entering Apecoin because I want to get a little bit of exposure as well, just sort of for fun as well, because I think the hype has some potential. And that is why I waited. Yeah, I actually missed that entry around $12. I wanted to get some, failed, forgot about it, and whatever, in time life got in the way, whatever. But now we come back close to these levels again. ABC correction. What is the target for the wave 2? What's the target for the wave C? Typically the 1.618 FIB extension of the wave A. 1.618, not a must, but we're currently approaching the 1.272 FIB extension, and the 1.618 is at around $10.86, sort of very close to that ascending trend line. So one clue that we get from the TA is that we could get down to this ascending trend line here. That is where we could expect some support. What is another possibility to find support? Well, let's draw the Fibonacci levels, because that gives us another clue just for that wave up. And we start here at that low, go all the way to the top, and we can see that we're currently approaching the 78.6% Fibonacci level. So if I had to make a guess, I would say that somewhere in this region here, we are going to find the reversal point, because the reason is that this is between the 78.6 and the 88.7% Fib level for a wave 2, an ideal target, between 1252 and 1424. If that fails, I think only then we're going to get down to this target, to that ascending trend line here, which is at the moment, would it happen around just above $11, basically, this ascending trend line that I have just circled in. But you can see that we already have a first reaction to the 78.6% Fibonacci level at $14.24 here. You see a first green candle emerging. And again, this is typically an area here, this green area, where in a wave 2, you would find support and you would turn around. And the next wave would be a wave 3 to the upside. And first of all, we obviously need to complete the correction, but the target for that would be, if the next wave is a 3, because it could be just another 1, 2, but let's say we get to the low of that target area, then the next target would be around $40 US. Yeah, this is the minimum of that wave 3, but because we have some 1-2 setups here, it could even go a bit higher. And this is where we currently are. Yeah, we are currently also, let me go to the daily chart, just crossing here of potentially finding support at the 50 line of the RSI, but my feeling is, my view is that the downtrend is not over yet. The reason is that we have here a bearish crossover on the MACD. We are only just now breaking through the 50 level of the RSI. This is the lowest ever on the daily chart on the RSI. And we might get a bearish signal here on the ADX and the I indicator. So I think we need to come down a little bit more. At the moment, yes, we see a first reaction, but personally, I want to observe this a little bit more. But for anybody who might be interested in Apecoin, I can only tell you that typically in this region between the 78.6 and the 88.7% FIB level in a wave 2, this is normally where the price has a good chance to reverse. So it could already have been it. Yeah, here at $14.26 or whatever, at that 78.6% FIB level. But normally you want to go a little bit into the target area, but this could theoretically already be it. It is basically now done in the correction what it needs to do by making a lower low compared to the wave A and by coming into this region. You can see the downtrend is slowing down as well. Why can we see that? Well, we could just take a look here on the 4 hour, the MACD is reducing negative momentum. The RSI is starting to swing around. I would have thought we might see already a bullish crossover, a bullish divergence. No, we cannot yet see that. You can see it. No, you can't see it. Also not on the no, you can't see it on the 1 hour chart. So my view is that we might drop a little bit more, but as I said, the minimum is now done for that correction. This is also a reason why I make this video, because we're now getting into potential interesting areas. Yeah. My current worst case is that we get down to around $11.59. That is what I can see, or here that's that trend line, you know, around about $11.40. This is what I currently see in the chart. I think we have done a wave A. I think we have done a wave B. I think we are now in the wave C. And I think at some point here on the 4 hour, we're now nearly oversold. We're not oversold yet. Therefore, also we could see a little bit further downside. On the daily, not yet oversold. Also here further downside possible. But for me at the moment, it is looking like that we could hold a trend line, of course. That's currently obviously a guess, yeah. Because to get confirmation that we're back in an uptrend, you need to turn around. We haven't seen any turnaround yet. We're even making here bearish crossover. So the indicators would suggest that we go a little bit lower. And also for me personally, we've now touched that target area, but we have not spent a long time in there. We've only briefly touched it. So I think we should come down a little bit lower. It's my current view. But one strategy to play this could be to go long here and sort of dollar cost average in now. I know a lot of people will probably have bought higher. There's obviously a problem. So for me, I personally, I won't buy yet. I will observe this a little bit longer, but probably won't wait too much longer. I will see this long term. I want to actually buy it. Just forget about it, because I see it a little bit, you know, just sort of as for fun. But the hype is certainly there, and therefore sometimes it's moving in unpredictable ways. But we can see that these prices still adhere to traditional waves, yeah, what in financial markets, and to the Fibonacci levels. Otherwise, we wouldn't find any support here. So we found support at the 78.6% FIB level. So looking interesting at the moment. Let me know in the comments if you want me to keep you updated. Obviously, I cover a lot of coins, so can't promise it is always on time. But there was a lot of interest, obviously, for me to cover Ape, just purely because it has been pumping quite a bit. And I'm also personally a little bit interested in it, just because, yeah, I would like to get a position or get in there, get just a foot in the door, not much, but just a little bit. And I missed that previous dip here, and now we are back at that level, so it's getting interesting. So yeah, hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, check out the channel membership and maybe even the trading course that I'm currently publishing on the website, morecryptoonline.com.